If your back tests look gorgeous, but your live results melt the second markets speed up, Machine Trading by Ernest Chan explains why and how to fix it. I'm going to break down the book down in plain English, point out where I agree and where I don't, and show exactly how I apply these ideas to running a live 0DT options trading hedge fund. A pretty equity curve doesn't mean your strategy survives real markets. Live trading has frictions, bad fills, slippage, regime changes, and unknown volatility events. The backtest often ignore. I'm Mark Anderson, construction worker turned 0DT hedge fund manager. I've sold 0DT for over 1,000 consecutive market days and sold over $100 million in 0DT options premium. I share the systems I actually run and the mistakes that taught me what survives in market conditions. Chan's core message isn't the magic signal. It's build a repeatable, testable, automatable trading business. That means edge lives in your process and how you test it. Compare sizing, review, not in the flashy indicators. Where traders get hurt is pretending they have certainty where there's only probability. Treat trading like engineering, not gambling. Measure the inputs, control your variance, and keep score the same way every single time. Here's how I map out machine trading into 0DT friendly framework. The 5-point shield. Number 1 is foundation first. 2, always keep it simple. 3, test hard so when you play live, you always outperform. 4, risk is the speed in which you do things. And 5, treat it like you're running a business. I'll walk you through each of these points where I align with Chan, where I add nuances for 0DT options, and how I operate from a day-to-day basis. First, let's talk about the foundations first. Chan pushes competence before cleverness. I agree. Most blow up their accounts because they have weak statistics and make poor assumptions, not a lack of motivation. Before you optimize anything, understand what your inputs mean and how they break in real market conditions. Know what variance is, distribution, and how regime shifts change in terms of dollars in your P&L. If you can't explain what your drawdowns happen and why, you don't have an edge. You only have a story. Chan recommends starting with simple, interpretable strategies. My version for this of 0DT is clean risk premium on a liquid index managing with stop losses. Fewer knobs mean fewer ways to overfit. Imagine lowering the basketball hoop to 8 feet so that you can have perfect form before raising it up to 10 feet. If your strategy only works with 17 filters, it probably doesn't work. Simple indicators plus liquid instruments mean that backtest can perform good in real life. Use clean data and write down every assumption you have. What are your fees? What are your slippage? How many occurrences does you have? Why are you filtering out certain occurrences? Then you want to use a forward test protocol. Before you put on size, which metrics are you comparing to make sure your backtest match your actual trading? Win rate, average win size, average loser, what's your execution looking like? Have you tried it on other brokers? Is your automation working as planned? How often are you going to review this? And what conditions are going to trigger you to pause, iterate, or kill the strategy? Don't be a scientist on paper and backtesting, then a vibe trader when you go live. Decide your rules when you're calm, then follow them when you're not. Most traders backtest like a scientist and trade like an artist. Flip that around. Here's where I get animated. In F1 racing, the fastest lap comes from braking well into the corners and losing as little speed as possible so you can keep acceleration out of the corners. Same in markets. Sizing, hedging, and risk management helps you lose less speed so you can go faster during the entire lap. You cannot compound if you're constantly digging yourself out of 20% drawdowns. Risk controls do not slow you down. They keep you in the game long enough to compound faster over time. Chan spends real pages on infrastructure. It's great because operations is alpha. Don't run big risk out of a personal account. Set up the right entity, an LLC, to limit your personal liability. Audit your broker like you would an employee. What is the commission structure? How is your execution and fills? What is the data feed like? How's the API reliability? Make sure you're using margin and portfolio margin responsibly. Leverage amplifies your process, good or bad. If the fills aren't great and you don't have a repeatable system, margin will not help that. Procedures and paperwork aren't boring. They're part of your edge. Assume no edge until your process earn one. Be curious, not clever. When something works, your job isn't to celebrate it, it's to try to break it. If it still stands, size that up slowly. Simple, fast, repeatable. Complexity is usually a tax. Here's my real world build cycle that echoes from machine trading. 1. Hypothesis rooted in risk premium, not lore. 2. Conservative backtest with realistic slippage and fill logic that mirrors your broker is actually giving you in forward testing. Pilot live with tiny size and written review checklists weekly or even daily. Risk and sizing rules that assume drawdowns and regime shifts before they arrive and leave a margin of safety. 5. Monthly post-mortem. Compare live tests to actual backtest and decide if you hold them, iterate them, or kill them. Operation hardening. Broker audits, disaster drills, automation tests. We launched a timely pilot on a single leg intraday spread with preset hedge triggers. The backtest said X, while in live trading, it was slightly worse because slippage on the fast-moving markets seeking to get a fill. Because of this, we under budgeted the execution costs and wrote the pause/iterate rule ahead of time. We tightened our entry window and recovered the edge without any drama because we planned it before we started running the trade. Expect drift from your actual test. Design for it. If you want more book breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button. Next, I'm going to walk you through a backtest review checklist, how to keep your pretty curve honest when the market starts moving fast.